Biden brought a piece of Black history to the White House last month when he redecorated the Oval Office. You may have heard a bronze bust of Detroit's own Rosa Parks is now on prominent display. Today, Paula Tutman introduces us to the local artist whose hands crafted that bust, and her connection to Parks doesn't end there.
I really think the beauty of meeting and talking with artist Lane is understanding her true connection to history, and then this also deep personal connection to Rosa Parks, and then the joy of knowing that your art is now sitting in the Oval Office. From the Oval Office, a familiar face sits in witness of all that happens next. And for 93-year-old artist Lane, a sculptor, a painter, a student of the metaphysical, the bust of Rosa Parks brings her back to her dear friend.
Oh, this is the one, just the head of Rosa Parks. The other goes down that you saw in the White House. I did the complete bust.
Born in Ontario, she migrated to the United States and joined the battle against social injustices. Her most powerful weapon, her left hand, as she glides it expertly across clay or brushes upon a canvas, telling the story of her adopted land through her art. And she remembers in vivid detail the gift to sculpt her friend.
Just poured my love for her and admiration. Sometimes I work only from photographs, but she came over to my home. She posed for me in my backyard. And we talked, and as she posed, and she had left the comb that held her bun in the back. And in fact, I asked her if she would take those long braids to wrap it around like a crown. It was my suggestion. And so she's done that ever since.
The bust has made the journey from the Smithsonian Museum to President Joe Biden's office. It stands sentry with other great figures of history. And while artist Lane is pleased to have her hand in the most important office in the land, it is the memory of her friend that is most sweet and bitter.
My first thought was, oh, I'm being brought up to date. They know I'm still alive. But mostly I thought of Mrs. Parks. Dear Rosa, she was crying when it was unveiled in Selma. And I said, what? She said, I wish my mother was here.
She has sculpted and painted mammoth figures in our lives. She has shown us our struggles, our strengths, our frailties, our folly. And there's a delicious victory in knowing that her contributions continue to matter even many years after her hands have said goodbye.
Here on earth, while I'm here, I want so much for my work to be understood as a message to heal all peoples.
Paula Tutman, Local 4.
Artist Lane turns 94 this May, but continues to sculpt and paint. She is currently working on a sculpture that stands 12 feet tall, and also says she would now love to be invited to sculpt a bust of Vice President Kamala Harris. Stay tuned.